So today we have Darlene Lucero. And earlier, actually yesterday, I asked you guys if you had questions. I was going to interview her about her condition and everything that she's doing and how the weight is just falling off, like naturally, I guess. Yes, I'm hating. But anyway, first question we have. So you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, it's me, Darla. How are you guys? I'm I'm 28, but technically 27 because this year doesn't count.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, so let's do first question. So maybe you want to give us a little bit of a background and what happened that changed everything for you when
Okay.
your whole entire world was flipped upside down.
Uh,
Start there.
so during the holidays last year, maybe like more towards Christmas, I felt every time I would eat, my stomach started hurting.
Mm-hmm.
I felt it for a good week, and then it just stopped. So I thought I was okay, but then come January of this year, I would go out to eat with my family or my friends, but every time I would eat, my stomach felt like if it was like literally on fire. I couldn't eat my food comfortably.
You got
I would get full really, really fast. I wasn't really sleeping well because my stomach would hurt. I just had really, really bad stomach problems, so I ended up going to the doctor. And the reason why I went was because it got to the point where I felt there was something stuck in my throat, like stuck, that I thought I was like gonna choke on something, but it turns out that due to the gastritis and the acidity, how high it was in my stomach, it started bruising and affecting my esophagus. So that's when I went, and I went towards the end of January, so almost February.
So that's kind of like a rundown of what it is. So the main thing that happened is that you have
I have
gastritis.
gastritis.
Okay. So, with that being said, you've already lost a total of 53 pounds. Yay!
Yay.
And it's all been naturally,
Natural,
right? Okay,
yeah.
so let's see. The first question we have is what has been the biggest challenge for you?
The biggest challenge for me has been, I mean, obviously we can't go out to eat right now, but before the pandemic happened was going to restaurants with my sisters or my friends and trying to figure out what I could eat. Like, it got to the point where like I had to make sure what type of seasoning, if because I can eat chicken, chicken's okay for me. If it had any pepper, if it had a lot of salt, or if it had any other
Sodium
type
and all that.
yeah. So
Good
I
stuff.
really had to ask like the waitresses all this information.
Yeah.
And if it did have, if it did contain like pepper, salt, I couldn't eat. So it was really hard. That was one of my biggest challenges.
Okay. Where did you do your research? Like, where did you
So
get all your information
I
from?
So when I went to the doctor, he just told me to stay away from spicy foods and like seasonings. But
You took it a
um,
little overboard and you just went like full on.
I did, but I started going full on because I ate an egg sandwich once, and it was like wheat bread. And after I ate the egg sandwich, I had to throw up
Okay.
because it wasn't good for me. And I started YouTubing and Googling a lot. It was really hard with Google because one website would tell you, "Oh, don't eat this," but then another website would say, "Eat this. That's really good for
So it
you."
would
And this
contradict
website,
each
yeah.
other,
So,
right?
but you really have to do it yourself and discover what you can eat because I mean we're all different.
Right.
Our stomachs are different.
Well, that's good to know. And how long did it take for you to get used to the meals that you were eating?
So it took me maybe about like a month and a half to get used to it. I couldn't. My food was very bland,
Bland, right?
like very bland.
Okay. So how did you feel when the doctor told you what you had and what you had to cut off?
Um, I was sad at first because I couldn't really get mad and be like, why does it happen to me? Because I did it to myself. So it happened because um, okay, I'll tell you that later. uh, I was really sad because it's like all the food I was eating, it was so good, but it got to this point where like it was really destroying my insides.
Got it. Okay, so I guess before you go into it, I'll ask you the next question is, what were your meals, or what did your meals consist of before gastritis?
I would never eat breakfast. I was always eating at work pizza, hamburgers. I would drink like 5 or 6 cans of Coke a day, and I literally like religiously would eat hot Cheetos, like 2 to 3 bags a day. Not the little bags, like the normal size bags.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so how's life now versus 3 months back?
It's good. There are some times where I do eat something and my stomach it'll trigger it, but seem to have more energy. I don't feel sluggish anymore. I started working out, and one thing that I'm really proud of is that I could do a burpee.
Oh, yeah, those aren't fun.
Those really hurt, but and before I would have never been able to do a burpee. So every time I work out and I do one, I'm just like.
Yeah, that's yeah. You always said you would not work out.
Yeah, I would always
and
say I'm
all
not
that
gonna
stuff.
do that.
But that I'm really happy for you. Let's see. So, are you taking any supplements?
I am taking supplements. I just started taking Goli. Goli is really good for you. It is apple cider vinegar gummies. So I learned that from my sisters that could help me. So I take Goli's and collagen and protein.
Cool. So hair loss. Let's talk about hair loss really quick. That goes with you lose hair with any drastic diet change that you make, even like vegans or people that go vegetarian. So now, have you lost any hair?
So yes, I have actually my hair, and I'm still struggling with it at the moment. My hair is falling a lot. I got scared because I thought I was dying because my hair was falling. But I did read up on it, and I did see, and I saw a lot of like doctors talk about if your body goes through like a major drastic diet change, your body responds to it at different times. So right now it's my hair that's like suffering.
Okay, but you're taking collagen for all that,
I'm
right?
taking collagen. Yeah.
And then the Golies are helping as well. So I guess I have 2 more questions I'm trying to keep this video below 10 minutes.
Okay.
But because we'll have episode 2, so this is episode 1. So there was a girl on my page asking, because I asked them like, if you guys have any questions, shoot them over, send them to me in message, and they did. So somebody was asking, what are your go-to meals?
Go-to meals. Tofu. Tofu. You could do a lot with tofu. I could eat red meat, but like in moderation. And it has to be very lean red meat. So I love ground beef. So my tofu now is like my ground beef. I discovered how to use peanut butter in a sauce. So I'll do like gluten-free pasta with peanut butter sauce and some tofu and veggies. That's just really good.
Right?
Turkey.
Yeah.
Turkey too.
And I guess, let me see. I know you mentioned before you would have like burgers, pizza, all that stuff. Have you ventured out to try to have a slice of pizza that's not, that's gluten-free? Or are you scared?
I am scared just because I don't want my stomach to hurt.
Yeah.
But I know there's. At first, I thought I was just like, damn, I can't eat anything. But there's broccoli crust. There's gluten-free crust, which I do want to try eventually with vegan cheese and all that. Yeah. I can't have a regular sized pizza anymore. But
yeah, no.
It's okay.
And then I know you were really big on sweets. Yeah. So what have you been eating to satisfy that sweetness? So
thanks to my sister Ruby, she discovered somebody on Instagram, Raw Crumbs, who does a lot of sweet stuff like ice creams. Everything is gluten-free, dairy-free. It's like it's vegan, and it's so good. And it's not sweet, but to me it does.
They use cacao and all.
Yeah, they use cacao because I can't have chocolate due to the caffeine. But like it tastes like a regular sweet thing. Like you wouldn't think. Oat ice cream. It's made out of oat milk. I can't have dairy anymore, regular dairy, so I discovered oat milk. And yeah.
And I remember at the beginning you were making your own.
I was making my
oat milk,
own.
and then you discovered that they sold it, and
Yeah.
you're like, "Why am I starting doing this? I'm just gonna
Yeah, I
go
would
buy
make
it."
my oat milk all the time, which is pretty
Cool.
cool.
And what's your substitute for soda?
Water. I haven't had a soda in 4 months.
That's good. So you've lost 53 pounds. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
And I know I have other questions coming, but we'll leave it for video too. So this is Darla. And if you guys have any questions, let us know.
Please ask.
And then we'll reach out to you guys. But yeah, there's Darla.
Thank you.
Hi.
Bye.